With the release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie being less than a week away now, I thought now would be the perfect opportunity to discuss its main source material. This, and I'll also talk about its sequel, This Too. But which is the better game? Which Galaxy is best? I'll be putting the two games head to head in a series of categories to determine the better of the two. The winner of each round will get a point, and whichever has the most points after all 7 rounds will... I forgot. I should note that I'm playing the 3D All-Stars version of the first game and the original Wii version of the second. This doesn't matter at all since I didn't take controls into account, since they both control the exact same. And I'm totally not being forced to do this against my will. This is objectively the most important category. The artwork that you won't see for 90% of the game's existence. Which is better? The first game's is iconic, but it is a little basic in my opinion. It does what it sets out to do, it shows Mario in space. Wow. I think I like Galaxy 2's better personally. I like that it's more colorful, the posing is just better in my opinion, there's more going on, I just prefer it. Galaxy 1's is dark and depressing, which isn't exactly what you'd want from a Mario game's box art. Now it's not going to make me cry or anything, but I would just prefer a Mario box art to have a lot of color. But both are still better than Sunshine's. Whatever it's supposed to be. Why did I choose a word that I can't say? I don't know. Which game has the better aesthetic or vibe, as much as I despise that word? The first game has a way more unique atmosphere since most levels are like at nighttime or have a starry sky. Galaxy 2's got more of a standard Mario feel to it. The skies are blue and everything just feels more cheerful, I guess. Not that Galaxy 1 made me depressed or anything. And I think its more unique aesthetic gives it the edge in my opinion. Galaxy 2 is still good and all, but it just feels more boring, more generic. And yes, they both have starry skies and cloudy skies in each game. It's just that one is more obviously pushed than the other. At least it feels like that. I didn't really check. Great YouTuber here, I know. Mario game and story are usually oxymorons if you're not referring to one of the RPGs or like the sports games on occasion for some reason. Oh man, I'm just such a big fan of Mario and sports. I can't wait to see what goofy villain we have for the final boss of my favorite game, Mario Sports Mix. However, the Galaxy games kinda changed that to a very slight extent. The only real difference to the other games is that Bowser not only takes Peach, but he takes her to like the center of the universe and wants to make his own galaxy or something. Outside of the kidnapping, I don't really see what the problem is. And I should note that the two games aren't really like a linear story. It's not like Galaxy 2 picks up where the first left off or anything. It's more of a retelling of the same story or an alternate timeline, because both take place at the Star Festival, which only happens once every 100 years. So unless everyone just has an immaculate skincare routine and don't age, it's just safe to say that it's an alternate version of the same event. You can't tell me that Mario is over 100 years old. Yeah, Galaxy 1 has the storybook, which has story in the word, so it objectively gets the edge here. But to be honest, it's nothing special in my opinion. Did you hear that? That's the sound of everybody disliking this video. It's just a simple story about Rosalina going into space and her talking about her dead mother or something. I don't really care. It doesn't add much to the actual game, but it technically adds an actual story. Cool. Good for you, Wii game. Which game has the better power-ups? Can they both lose because the spring mushroom makes an appearance in both? The Galaxy games have more traditional power-ups, whereas 64 has like 3 hats that give you different timed abilities, and Sunshine just has different flood nozzles. They're still pretty different than they are in, let's say, New Super Mario Bros. Some are timed, some aren't. It's weird. The first game has the Fire Flower, Ice Flower, Rainbow Star, Spring Mushroom, Bee Mushroom, Boo Mushroom, and the Red Star. That's a fairly large selection of power-ups, with most of them being new. The Fire and Ice Flowers, the Red Star, and Rainbow Star are all timed. The Fire Flower is fairly standard, and the Ice Flower isn't like it is in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where you can shoot ice that freezes enemies. Instead, Mario turns into like an ice man or something, I don't really know, and can walk on water or lava. It's a little bit annoying since he just has to skate for some reason. The Boo Mushroom has you float around and you can like phase through walls. It's cool, I guess, but it feels insanely slow. I get that boos aren't necessarily fast in this game, but they sure were in the older games. The spring mushroom can just die. I hate this stupid thing. It turns Mario into a spring that is just not fun to use at all. It's so slow and awkward to control. I hate it so much. The bee mushroom turns Mario into an insect and you can kind of fly around and cling to walls or something. It also lets you stand on these purple flowers. No way, guys. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so awesome. The red star is pretty garbage in my opinion. There's only 2 instances in the entire game where you can even get it. The Gateway Galaxy revisit and the Comet Observatory, which is the game's hub world, so it's not even a real level. All it lets you do is fly around for a minute with very awkward controls. This game is perfect, guys, I swear. Then the Rainbow Star is just the star from like the previous Mario games. The only reason it's changed to the Rainbow Star is because of the Power Stars, which are the main collectibles that have basically the exact same design as the regular stars from previous games. It's really confusing. Now for Galaxy 2. The Fire Flower, Bee Mushroom, Boo Mushroom, Rainbow Star, and Satan all return, while 2 new power-ups for Mario make an appearance. The Rock Mushroom and the Cloud Flower. The Rock Mushroom isn't my favorite. Mario just rolls into this boulder and flings forward to whichever way you are facing. I found it pretty difficult to be super precise with, which is what you kind of need. The Cloud Flower is pretty good though. It lets you create up to 3 cloud platforms before needing to get another flower to reset the amount. It can be pretty broken if you know what you're doing. I don't, so I can't really show any examples, but trust me, I've seen some. Now that would be a decent selection of power-ups, and with just the Cloud Flower, I would personally say it's better than the first game. The only ones that didn't carry over were the Ice Flower and the Red Star, and neither making an appearance has much of an effect on my opinion of the game. But it also introduces Yoshi, who can kind of be seen as a power-up. Super Mario Maker 2 counts him as one, I guess. But he also has 3 unique power-ups of his own: the Dash Pepper, the Blimp Fruit, and the Bulb Berry. I don't really like the Dash Fruit since it's just too fast in my stupid dumb opinion. The Blimp Fruit causes Yoshi to inflate like a balloon and this game's Nintendo Switch version's price, and float upwards while slowly losing air. And the Bulb Berry turns Yoshi into a glow stick that shows invisible paths. Okay. I think just the Cloud Flower and Yoshi make Galaxy 2's selection better. Oh yeah, Galaxy 2 also has this like drill thing that's closer to the propeller box from 3D Land than an actual power-up. It's fine, I think. You've made it over halfway through the video, so be sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it so far. And don't forget to leave a comment as well. I really like seeing how wrong my opinions are. Thanks. The Galaxy games are renowned for their music, for some reason. It's not bad at all, far from it, but I'm just tired of people acting like it's the resurrection of Beethoven or something. And if I had to pick a game soundtrack I'd rather listen to, I'd have to go with Galaxy 2. It's the only one I've got saved in my favorites on Nintendo Music. They're both pretty equal, and I'd get arguments that go either way, but I'm just more of a fan of the second games. Which game has the better bosses? Personally, I think both are pretty equal in this regard. I could go either way, but Galaxy 2 has an entire boss rush consisting of most of the bosses from the first game, so I feel like it wins on that alone. It's not every boss or anything, just a good majority of them. That, combined with Galaxy 2 having bosses that are on a similar tier as the first, means that it wins this category as well. The namesake of the games, the Galaxies, which are just the levels. The second game wins again in my opinion. I just like that it doesn't have as many annoying planet sections with weird gravity garbage. So yeah, I think Galaxy 2 is miles better, clearly. Focusing more on actual level design rather than an annoying gimmick is obviously the way to go in my opinion. Okay, that's all. Mario Galaxy 2 is the better game. Go ahead and say how much you hate me in the comments. I need all the engagement I can get. Okay, fine. Is that good enough?
No, not quite. You've still got to make your apology to the Super Mario Galaxy fanbase before it's too late for you.